All humans are born inherent with fundamental freedoms and rights. Children must enjoy the same human rights as everyone else, from the right to freedom of expression to the right to privacy. This means all human rights laws apply equally to children and adults. In commemoration of the World Children's Day, the Child Protection Network in Lagos State organized a seminar for students to inform them of their rights and what should be done in case of abuse.
Normally, children, they are very minor. They are afraid, they can't talk. So, but right now, we are creating that awareness for them to see that, look, if anybody at all abuses you, you can call. You can talk to someone because they are scared to speak. You yourself, you know that for children it's very difficult because of the adults' heavy hands on them, so they won't speak. But now we are encouraging them, even on without being abused yet. But we're telling them that, look, if this thing happens, this is what you should do, and this is what you must do.
So I actually sensitize them on their rights. They should know their rights. Majority of them do not really know their rights. And we can't be talking about child rights law everywhere, and the people we are actually talking about don't really know what the right.
And for you to have a better future for any of the child, I first of all define who is a child. I made them to understand who is a child. A child is a young person, a young woman being under the age of 18. That is a child. And I made them to know, for you to have a better future, education is very key. We need to educate our child. And aside giving them education, we need to guide them, protect them, so that one, they will not be wayward, they will not be wandering.
The Child Rights Act prescribes fines and/or imprisonment for certain violators of children rights, including marriage of children under 18 years. This notwithstanding, majority of Nigerian children are not only ignorant of their rights in life, but are also unable to apply the law in the protection of their rights.
All the children I met here are in uniform. So that actually takes care of their right, their first right, you understand? The right to be educated. So part of their right is also right to dignity, right to be protected, right to family life and the likes.
The children are just left unkept. Definitely they will be wayward. At their tender age, they can get pregnant. And once they get pregnant, they won't be able to continue their education. And it's now fallbacks on you. Because you want to take care of the liability, they become a liability to you.
I learned today that if you are going through any sexual or any harassment, that you should talk out. Or if you know anybody that is going through any kind of harassment, sexual harassment, physical harassment, you should go and tell someone. Or if you can't open up to your parents, you should meet a teacher that is nice and talk to them.
When adults make decisions, it is important to consider how this decision will affect their children. The government should also make sure children are protected and looked after by their parents or by other people when this is needed.
I know my rights as a child. I know who I can report to when there's anything about sexual harassment or sexual torture or any violence. I learned a lot here. I know my rights, like right to education is not a favor. Right to education is my right.
Box is all over our skills, making children to either rights if they are being abused, and also the social welfare officers coming in to come and open these boxes, go through the various papers, and also attend to a child that needs help.
There is nothing perfect anyway. There's nothing perfect. So it will be wrong of me saying that there are no. Go anywhere, even abroad, you have some of the miscreants too like that. So it's for us to report. If you don't report, we cannot act. So we are not magicians, we can't see everything, and that's part of the reason we have our stakeholders that usually, work with us.
Parents should please take hold of their children. They should not leave their children for someone else, because this is, how it all happens, to be honest with you. It happens with Sometimes everybody is a suspect anyway, because you cannot tell who can abuse a child until it happens. But you being the mother or the father, please protect your children, even though some parents also abuse their own children as well.
Olamide Adeyemi, KAFTAN TV News, Lagos.